Hello everyone and welcome back to more mini motorways. Today we are heading into Mumbai for the weekly challenge for the week of the 16th of December through the 22nd of December. The modifiers for this week are unzoned, houses and destinations can appear anywhere, would you kindly, more trees and they can't be destroyed, and can't be choosers. Only one choice of upgrade is offered. The scores are either really bad or really good, with most people tapping out at, call it about 700, and then again here at like 15 or 1600. We did have several people manage to make it into the mid 4000s, with this one person making it even to 7k. I doubt we'll make it to 7k. Unzoned really makes this challenge difficult, because you just kind of have to get lucky, especially with the extra modifier of the trees being unbreakable. We're gonna have to focus on city planning and deciding where we want roads to go very, very early, just so that we don't get cut off and we can like think about how we can get each population to its business. I don't love this start. Immediately having both starting populations on the opposite side of the little train is not great, but I am excited to be playing on the train map again. I was very hyped for them when they came out, so I actually just played all of them a lot, and then I kind of got burned out, but I do still very much enjoy them. I think we're gonna wanna try and run a road through this little gap in the trees here as soon as we gain access to this area of the map. Week 1, we get our roundabout. We don't really have a choice. I really like this yellow, so we can just turn this house and have it go this way. I'm also going to need to think about how we can space out these houses. With unzoned, houses can spawn directly next to businesses. They're not limited by this sort of tile border. We're gonna want to leave paths in between our businesses if we can. Oh, that's a really good green, actually. If we can get a green population on this side of the train tracks, this should be set for the rest of the game, because these businesses only need houses, or only need cars when the train comes along. So just 1 or 2 houses is usually enough to last a double destination like this pretty much the entire game. I don't love that gray. This is slightly better, but not significantly. We can do something like this. This gray is also pretty bad. Week 2, we get traffic lights. I don't love traffic lights, but I will take them. I would very much prefer to get, like, an extra bridge, or even a motorway. Though I doubt we would get a motorway this early. Oh, this yellow in combination with this green is perfect. Because now this road doesn't need to go here anymore. This green can go down this way and into this business. And there should never be enough traffic on this intersection that this becomes a problem. So that should be fine, hopefully. And then these yellows can just go up and around and into this business. And that should be fine. Might run that 1 tile down, just so that this curb isn't such a sharp right turn. I'm not sure if it makes a difference, but it looks nicer, so that's what we're gonna do. We do finally have access to these trees. I'm gonna run 2 little roads through here. I feel like maybe I should put some traffic lights in here, but neither of these houses are even getting used yet, so it doesn't really matter. This yellow population is interesting. It's not immediately useful, but it's certainly there. I like this yellow population significantly more. Week 3, we get a roundabout. I'm gonna go ahead and connect just a little line in here so that when this business does not need these extra green cars, they go across and into here. Because this guy is struggling just a little bit with the distance that this house has to travel. Oh, okay. This looks really bad, but we could actually thread a road through the diagonal between these two businesses. That is incredibly lucky that this business spawned with space for that diagonal, because otherwise we would have had to have gone all the way around, which would have been absolutely awful. This blue is terrible. This one's good, but this one is terrible. This gray is good, though. I like this gray much, much more than this population of grays. I do think we're supposed to get, yeah, this gray business. This is what I was expecting. I don't love where it's spawned, because we do now have to find a new path for our blues, unless we want to run them together. But I like this gray much, much more. So we can run this gray across into there. And then these 3 grays, I think, will actually take and run under. Oh, wait, but we can't destroy the trees. Oh, no. Okay. We could just run them through the roundabout and just not care about our yellow, but I'm not sure that that's the best course of action. I'm wondering if there's any way we can thread these yellows through another way. They're also not necessary right now, so maybe we just shouldn't even be worrying about it. If we don't worry about it, we can just throw an extra road onto here, and then send these grays across on a completely separate road all the way around, and then it doesn't matter too much. Something like that, sort of. I think I'm gonna leave this road in, just so we still maintain a way to get through this little area. But, oh, this gray is also really good. And so is this one. This gray is fantastic. I wonder if we can get a roundabout in here anywhere. Oh, this is the closest we can put it to the door. That's so unfortunate. That's okay. Week 4, we finally get our first motorway. I'll take it. The game has been giving us a lot of traffic management type of things, but not a lot of super, super useful upgrades. Just realized we do still have this yellow down here, which we can thread in with something like this. We can also throw like a roundabout here. That's pretty nice. That gray. Ugh. Okay. What we can do is send 1 or 2 of these grays across, and then through our little safety net road, and then into there. I would prefer for it to be on the same side of the railroad track if I can get more grays over here, but for now this is fine. Might also go ahead and connect this yellow in. I'm surprised we are not struggling for road tiles more. Normally with unzoned, you struggle for population quite a bit because the houses spawn literally in the most random of places. Week 5, we finally get another bridge. Suddenly, any cross-map spawns like this are looking slightly less scary. This gray is so much better than the other 2. And so is this one. That's beautiful. Okay, we can do something like this. Something like that. And something like this. Wondering if I should run these grays this way, just to give more room for yellow to spawn. I'm not sure it matters right now. I don't know that we're at a high enough level that it really matters. Oh, we get more blue down here. Not immediately useful. I feel like we normally get a larger blue population over here on the bottom left, but it's all spawning sort of over here. I really wish this yellow had spawned one tile to the left, because then we could run a road through here and get this blue up and into here. But now if we want to get this blue up here, we're going to have to use a bridge at the minimum. Week 6, we get a bridge. We can thread this gray in. That's pretty decent. The fact that we're 6 weeks in and have only gotten one motorway is a little scary. But I think we're still doing pretty okay. That's our first cross the river spawn. It's not super scary. Oh, look at that. I was prepared to, like, thread these two blues together and then run them across on a bridge, but this blue... I would be shocked if this blue does not hold down this business for, if not the entire game, most of the game. We could also potentially run this blue in with something like this. I think I'll wait on that one. It's not necessary quite yet. That green is a little unfortunate, I must admit. This green is good. We can take this green and, like, thread it through here and into this. And I think this is a slightly shorter path than this. So hopefully we can disconnect this yellow and then send this green this way. And then send this green that way. And then I think that should be fine. Hopefully we'll get one or two more greens on this side of the road. So that this has a little bit of extra population to pull from, but for now this should be okay. I would like to apologize if I sound a bit stuffy. I have been a little sick. But such is life. It is winter, and that is how it goes. I don't love this white. We did get our extra green here, though, which I think I'm going to immediately send down this way, and then we'll connect this green into here. I don't love this white, because we have this one, and we have this one. This one's closer, but this one's has a more direct route. We can also thread this one in by doing something like this, crossing through every single one of these houses' garage paths. I would love to get this white into this business, but I just don't see a way to do it that has any amount of traffic efficiency at all. That yellow is okay. I don't love it. That gray is also pretty mediocre, I won't lie. We can do something like this for this gray. Send this gray along and into here. And then send this gray across. This is probably going to need more population, but for now that's just going to have to be okay. And then we can send this yellow up and in with something like that. I'd like to maintain as much separation between the businesses and populations as possible. I would really prefer if I don't have to thread this white in permanently, but I think it might be how this has to happen. This also should probably be a traffic light. I don't think I can put a traffic light on top of the train. We get yet another bridge. I'm not going to complain because we've already used 2. I think... I don't know. This gray is good. We're getting a really nice gray population on this side of the map, which I'm very much liking because I have a feeling that at some point we're going to have to turn these, like, 4 houses and send them up and into here to support these 2 grays. Oh, I didn't even see this gray house spawn. This gray house is amazing. This is what I'm talking about with unzoned. You can either get really, really unlucky with a cross-map house like this white, where it either has to go all the way across or we have to try and get this white in. Or you can get spawns like this, where the entrance of the house is literally in the same tile as the entrance of the business. It's all just luck. Which can be kind of annoying, but is also kind of fun. We're getting a lot of blue over here. I'm trying to think if there's any way we can connect this white in. We could do something a little crazy, where we run all of this gray up and into a single little road with something a little nuts like this. Throw a traffic light on it, and then just motorway it across. And then we can send this white straight down and in. So at that point, you might as well motorway white across, right? I don't know. That blue is absolutely crazy. I have no idea how to manage that. Yay. What we can do is send this road this way, send this road this way. Then send these two blues up and into... We're gonna go ahead and go along the coast just to save some space here. Because we could run this road across the coast here like this. But we're going to have to use a bridge anyway to go around these trees, so we may as well save some space and potentially allow houses to spawn here by running this bridge along the water for as long as possible. I still don't know how we're going to manage this blue. I may or may not be ignoring the problem until it goes away. We could potentially just run this blue just straight through these yellows. But I really don't love that. We don't really have another, like, good option, though. We can't run this blue around this green and gray. We can't run this blue around unless we go all the way around and then around this yellow with something crazy like that. We could do this yellow up and over this blue, which kind of has some potential. I think we'll leave it as this for now. I don't love these blue populations being connected, but I think for now it's probably okay. This white is still struggling, which doesn't shock me significantly, but it is a little unfortunate. I'll thread this yellow up here as well. That blue. Okay. Alright. It's not bad, because we have these blues that are, like, right here, and can just thread directly in. This should be handled for probably the rest of the run, but we do have to find another entrance for these greens, and I would really prefer if they don't intersect with these blue houses, because if they intersect with these blue houses, the blue houses will actually travel along this path, go through the parking lot of the double destination, and then come into here, and then drive back along the same path, which is really, really inefficient for the parking lots of these double destinations. So we're going to try and keep these separate. I am wondering if we should bridge these grays, either up and around and into this double destination, or over and into here. I think this is probably enough population for this for now. I'm not going to worry about it too much, but that is a change we can consider making in the future. Week 10, traffic lights. I think we're doing okay. We're at 800 points. Or 800 pips. We get another green here. I do like this green, just because our green business here could really, really, really use some extra support. I'm wondering if these yellows are necessary. I think they are getting used. This house has an empty garage. But I'm wondering if there's any way we could get them over here slightly more nicely in terms of traffic I don't love leaving this blue to fend for itself with just one house, but I also don't love crossing over 2 roads of traffic with this blue. We could run this green this way, and then have the blue cross just over the yellow again. That's not terrible. We could do a traffic light there, and then a traffic light here, and then suddenly that's not quite so bad. Do something like this so that it's a right turn. Yeah, that's fine. We're getting more gray up here. And more blue. This blue would be really great if I could actually get it into this one. But alas, this gray is in the way, and this bridge is in the way, and that's just life, I suppose. Week 11, we get another bridge. I won't complain. We've used 3 of them. They are genuinely helpful. We have also gotten 3 motorways total so far, which I think is pretty good. More blue down here. More green. This green leveling up is a little scary. It is going to be beckoning for more population very, very quickly. Do something like this, where we thread this green through here. That green. What is this? Okay. We're getting a lot of weird spawns. I can go this way. Wonder if we can thread this green into here in any way? That blue spawn is crazy. Right where I'm looking. We could potentially move this little offshoot for these grays over to this side. And then potentially run this green through here, but it would have to cross over the railroad either way, and I'm not sure if that's the best plan. I wish we could just get one decent green population to give to this green, because it has been struggling since the beginning. I think we're gonna have to figure a way to get this green some more help before it inevitably dies, which I think we can do by running these greens around with something a little crazy like this, and potentially running with a traffic light here. I think that's slightly better, hopefully. I guess we'll see. This white is still struggling. Shock air to absolutely no one. I think we have reached the max size of the map as well. This yellow is decent. We can run it in through here. This white is not stopping its complaining, so I think I'm going to disconnect this yellow. I'll actually connect this yellow into here, because this one doesn't seem to be struggling at all. And then we can take these 2 yellow, or these 2 whites, and connect them with something like this, and then run a motorway straight in with something like that. I might actually do another little offshoot with something like this, and then do something like that. That should help, hopefully. We'll see. Got more blue here. But this blue, even being a level 2 structure, is not struggling with just one house on it, just because of how close the distance is. We can even thread this 3rd house on if we ever need it, but I doubt we will. I think this should probably hold for most of the game. This green is finally starting to complain. That doesn't shock me, considering this intersection is an absolute mess. Look at this. This is terrible. I haven't even paid attention to this side of the board in so long. This is awful. Okay, we can run this sort of this way. We can run this yellow sort of that way. Get rid of this. And then what? Oh gosh. We have so much going on. I think the main concern is getting this green some more population. And I'm not immediately sure how to do that in a efficient manner. We could do something crazy and run a bridge across here once we get another one to get this yellow some more help. This motorway is probably permanent because this white is still struggling even with the extra houses attached. I don't immediately see a way to get this green any significant amount of population. I think part of it is probably just the amount of traffic on this road is too much. And I'm not certain what to do about it. We can do something a little bit funky, like this, where we run this yellow, or this white into a roundabout, just so we can run this green into the roundabout. That might help just a little bit. We could also potentially do this gray in. I don't know. I think this green is probably going to be the end of us. I don't know if we have enough green on this side of the map to handle it. We could motorway some in, but with our white still struggling, I think that might be the more pertinent use of our motorway. Our singular motorway that we have left. I wonder if we should just motorway these 3 houses across instead of sending them on a bridge. That might be better. We're gonna try it. We'll do something like this. We'll get rid of all of this crazy road tiles. And we will just send these straight across on a cheeky little bridge. We'll do something like this. Throw in our motorway. And hopefully that works out. It does seem to be calming down just a little. Might do something crazy and connect it in with something like this, just for a moment to get it some extra population. Green is probably going to struggle while it's doing that. Go, little cars, go! Go! Look at all this traffic. This is stop and go traffic right here. We got a triple intersection. Why is yellow coming down here? Oh, it's going to this. No, that's bad. Okay, our white appears to be calming down. It's chilling out. I think we're good. The yellow coming across this motorway could be a potential future major issue. For now, I think we're okay. I'm a little afraid, but such is life. Blue is really good. I didn't even see it spawn. We could potentially, like, cut this road now, since this blue is no longer necessary, but I think I'm gonna leave it in. Just because I don't think it's hurting this yellow too much. Our green is now struggling. Everything is pain. I think... Okay, not all of our white is getting used anymore. So I am gonna go ahead and just take the motorway and thread it somewhere with a couple of greens attached to it. I might even do these two across a bridge with something like this. And then thread this motorway from here. Ooh, wrong one. This one. Into here. I feel like getting any kind of traffic management in here that's not this crazy jumble of just houses going wherever they please would also probably help. But man, there's so much over here in this little area that it's kind of difficult. Look at this traffic. Yeah, this traffic is probably going to be what kills us. Can we get rid of this road and then thread green in any other way? I wonder if we can get just like one little motorway, cars like just like that. I don't know if it's gonna be fast enough. No. That's okay. 2300. That's, I think, right around like the middle of the road as it goes to scores. It's not super high, but it wasn't terrible. Let's go ahead and see. I think I always knew that the minimum amount of green that we had on this side of the map was always going to be a problem. We just didn't get enough spawning in here, and the rest that we got was never close enough to form a decent population with. Like, we had a lot of green up here, but I just couldn't get it all onto one road to send over here. Yeah, the white struggling was obviously another big problem, just because of, again, sparse population plus distance plus navigating everything else. But I think 2300 is decent. I wish I could have done this little maneuver slightly faster, because I don't think this blue actually needed both of these houses. I don't think that was ever necessary. So maybe if we'd done this faster and, like, kept this green entrance separate for green and kept this gray entrance separate for gray, maybe that would have helped, but such is life. We got 2300. Let's see where we placed. Hoping, like, top 10, maybe? Top 10%? Top 20%. Okay, that's not terrible. I'll take it. We are 553rd. You know, it's absolutely crazy that that many people attempt the weekly challenge. Like, it's gotta be at least several thousand, right? I don't know. But that was the weekly challenge for the week of the 16th of December. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, whatever you're feeling, whatever makes you happy, and I will see you in the next one.